Shamps and giggles. History, news, views, and reviews from a black perspective. Shamps and giggles back for 2024. Oh my lord.
Welcome one and all to Shamps and Giggles. It's that Friday feeling again, so welcome. Hopefully you've all been very well and blessed. And thank you very much for tuning in again with us, and welcome everybody and all our members on tonight. All right, so listen, we've had some devastation over in the Caribbean, which has touched probably each and every one of us in some way, shape or form, with family members, friends, that live out in the Caribbean. I'm just hoping that the devastation out there hasn't affected you, as in your family members have passed away because of it. And if anyone has, our condolences go out to them. Okay, but this is our main feature today. We're going to talk a lot of things about this terrible, terrible, devastating, unheard of, unprecedented Hurricane Beryl. So, as you know, Hurricane Beryl has literally ripped through Caribbean islands. It's passed through Barbados, Grenada, St. Lucia, part of Carriacou, and also making its way, Jamaica got hit with it, and then it's making its way through to I think it's Mexico now, and causing all sorts of devastations. And some of our members here have got families, as I said, in those countries. And I'm hoping that I can reach out and they'll reach out to us and let us know how their family members or their islands has fared in this devastation. While I've got the hosting rights, I'm going to try and share some videos of it, but I'm sure you listeners and members have seen loads of videos that are shooting across. So I don't really want to put too many people in that sad position again. However, if anyone's got any family members and family or friends and know anyone down in some of those countries, put your hand up and let's talk the thing. So Spice, thank you very much. Come in first hand. Go ahead.
Yeah, my family are based in Barbados. It hit the bottom of the island and up the side. Now, it more hit the town than anywhere else because it hit the port. So I know it badly damaged the cruise port, where Barbados has a lot of business coming in off the cruise liners. So I'm just yet to get some update on that.
Okay.
I've got, they lost their electricity. I'm not sure if the electricity is back on, to be quite honest. But I've got 4 family members whose livelihoods are fishermen, whose boats are completely smashed to smithereens.
Oh, wow.
So they've lost their livelihood. So I don't know what they're going to do, to be quite honest, because, you know, with the Caribbean, I don't think they deal with like insurance like we do over here. So, but yeah, so where the town where my family are from, they didn't fare too bad, to be quite honest. It's more the electricity, a lot of heavy rainfall, but there's no roofs or anything that I know of yet that have been lost.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's devastating news. I'm not sure if you're alone. Maybe you're the only one on here that's got family members that have suffered overseas in it. Because I know the way. Oh, Pinky, go ahead, Pinky.
Well, like Spice, I've been really lucky and I'm really grateful and blessed that my family is safe. And mine spread across like basically Barbados, you know. So Spice has already explained most of the damage that has been there. Barbados has never really been hit like that for a long, long time, even when Hurricane Gilbert came in. I mean, I was actually on the island when Hurricane Gilbert hit, and he really damaged Jamaica. So, you know, this one was a Category 4. Carriacou, St. Vincent, which is where my family are from as well, they marked themselves as safe, you know what I mean? But it's really, I think the biggest impact is the livelihood of people, really, in terms of, you know, they do need our support. You know, And I think that's right the way through the Caribbean, really, at the moment, because they have suffered quite a bit of extensive damage.
Yeah, it has. It's so sad, and the winds that they're getting. But the other problem is that they're saying that these sort of hurricanes, it's never been in the Caribbean in July. It's never been passing through at these type of speeds, 150 miles per hour. Some of these speeds are going through.
It's usually
Yeah.
September, October. That's hurricane season.
Yeah, it does seem. It does seem a bit. It seems strange the way that came off the sea.
Yeah, because
But it spanned. I think who's getting it the worst now has got to be the US.
well, at the moment in time, it's gone through Mexico at this moment in time, you know, and they're saying it's absolutely. It's been mudslides have been there as well. They've had mudslides and all sorts. I'm just trying to and it's had mudslides. So Dion said it's the first one ever for July. Yeah. So
Yeah, it does seem a bit. I mean, most Caribbean people would tell you that every 20 years, do you know what I mean? And according to the man in Carriacou, he said this one was right on time.
oh really?
Yeah. He was saying every so many, because it's obviously not touched. Because the way that came in, Barbados usually gets missed, because we're way out into the ocean by ourselves,
Yeah.
We're the only Caribbean country that stands in the sea like that.
It's
No other Caribbean island stands in the sea like Barbados. Usually it swifts round us. This time, that get proper boom. So that was something that I felt was a bit, I don't know, I thought that was a bit strange still, as Dion said, for July. But according to a man in Carriacou, he was saying that, it's about right on time, 24 years.
Yeah, it's absolutely sadness. And
It is.
what I'm going to do, I pray that this is going to work. I'm going to try and share this video. So for the listeners, listen, you can go all over YouTube and you'll see it for yourselves, and you probably have seen it. And I'm going to be trying to share the video for what.
Well, I was going to leave the bit about Grenada for the Grenadians, like TMJ.
Yeah, I'll try and find
the
several
hospital.
ones while I'm showing it. So I'll go through and we'll see what happens. So hopefully I'll be able to share this with you and you'll be able to see it. Let's try and share my screen. And hopefully the sound will follow.
That's in Barbados. I know where that one is. That's bad. But luckily, that roof was very strong.
No, I'm sure that's Carriacou. That's Carriacou.
Is that Carriacou?
Yeah.
No, that's Bim.
And the video I'm sharing is Carriacou. This is all in Carriacou.
Oh.
That's awful.
Rooftops didn't just start.
Wow.
And Jim, what I'm watching rolling down the street is the Caribbean's water tank.
Yeah,
that's up for someone's house.
Water bots. Yeah.
That's up for someone's house.
And look at the palm trees.
The roofs that are just blowing off. Look at that flipping out.
And that's the reason why the woman's screaming, the lady screaming in the background, is someone's roof. The corrugated. Oh, sorry. The corrugated roof has come away. So that's what.
That's not corrugated.
Yeah,
I think that looked like slabs.
No, that was corrugated.
No, it's corrugated iron.
Corrugated iron. That's that's just disappeared in the background. So with that, I'm going to try and find the one that you were saying about the
Sound.
yeah, Grenadier. I'm going to try and find Grenadier one, because that's just equally as bad. I'm just going to try and find it while we're talking, but I can't even fathom what the families and everybody will be doing out there at this moment in time, because they still haven't got power, some of them. Food, it's just pure devastation. You know, so it really is bad. It really, really is bad.
I like the who put that in the chat? The hurricane nature fury.
Let's have a look.
I think Jemmy's put it in the chat.
Let's have a look.
That's true. And I think that's what happened in the Caribbean, because when you look at the way it came off of the sea.
Yeah, let's
They were saying on the news that the water was warmer than normal. As Dee said, the water is normal warmer, and that's why it sped up to a category 4.
Wow. Yeah, I've found one. I'm going to show this one. Okay, let's see.
No, thank you.
That's a fact.
This is Grenadier I'm showing. At this moment in time, it's just rainfall that I can see. I'm just looking to see if they've got any other. Yeah, it's what they're showing on this particular one is more rainfall, but I've heard that it's more devastating than that.
Yeah.
And it is bad.
No hospital. One hospital in Grenada, you know. That gets damaged. Yeah, there's no hospital. There's only one hospital in Grenada. They get damaged.
Okay.
Residents of Jamaica are bracing
right.
life-threatening winds and storms.
Let's try and do this one.
Likely to make landfall this afternoon. The now Category 4 storm has left a trail of devastation across the Caribbean, killing at least 6 people, wiping away large swaths of the island of Carriacou in Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where most homes on Union Island have been completely destroyed. Jamaica and the Cayman Islands remain under a hurricane warning. Ahead of the storm's arrival, the Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness called for stronger climate action from wealthier nations.
Hurricane Beryl is the earliest Category 5 hurricane on record. It highlights the growing impact of climate change on global weather patterns, particularly on small island developing states like Jamaica. While our carbon emissions are minuscule, our region bears the brunt of the impacts of climate change. The hurricane further highlights the urgent need for global climate action and targeted support to enhance resilience against the escalating dangers of climate change.
Only 2 other hurricanes have made landfall in Jamaica in the last 40 years. Beryl's expected to bring several inches of rainfall that could flood Jamaica's coast. Beryl had strengthened to a Category 5 Tuesday after devastating the Windward Islands. The storm is expected to head into Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula by Friday. Beryl is by far the earliest Category 5 storm ever observed in the Atlantic and comes as climate scientists predict an extremely active 2024 hurricane season. For more, we're going to St. Vincent. We're joined by Ralph Gonsalves, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Prime Minister, welcome to Democracy Now! Can you talk about what you just saw as you toured the disaster area?
Thank you very much for having me. In the southern Grenadines of our archipelago, which is of 32 islands, 9 are inhabited, what we have in the south, it's really Beryl's Armageddon. Union Island is flattened. That's an island of 2,500 persons. Myro, similarly, with 100 family homes. And Canawan, somewhere between Myro and Union Island in terms of population, that they're all severely damage. In fact, on Union Island, everybody is homeless. Similarly in Myro. It's terrible. I went there yesterday to Union Island. And we are evacuating persons yesterday. About 300 came out. And we are going to continue the evacuation today. We're taking a lot of food and supplies. It's going to be a Herculean effort to rebuild. And though Union and Mairo and Canawan and the resort islands of Petit St. Vincent and Palm Island, though they are by far the worst hit, what we have had in Bequia and on the main island of St. Vincent is also terrible.
My goodness. Devastated, flattened. You know, those sort of words that he's using. It just makes you upset to know when you're hearing evacuated a whole island. He just mentioned 3 islands flattened. You know, it's yeah, and it's a terrible thing. The name was Beryl. She would have been mortified. Yeah, that's right, because they do name these hurricanes after people. So yeah, Beryl, very Caribbean name. Yeah, so that just shows you. But can you imagine? I just couldn't. And I know that in the UK. Oh, hold on, Miss Leisha. Yeah, go ahead, my dear.
Sorry. Yeah. I've seen a lot of pictures online and in video images of how bad this has rocked the Caribbean. Grenada and Carriacou have been absolutely flattened.
Oh.
My heart goes out to them like 100% because it's and it would be really interesting to see what the world is going to do to help them.
Oh.
Because what we find is that when there is a war happening, there are countries in the West who are there to help. But at disasters like this, what happens is charities go in there and they make money off disasters.
Yeah.
I do believe in charity 100%. Give money to charity. I've been reading on one of the websites called openjaw.com, and they are urging people in Canada, and I would urge other people, that not everywhere in the Caribbean has been affected, but if you can continue to travel to these Caribbean islands, it would be of great help because the money will go back into their economy. And there'll be confidence, and also give to charity as well. But you're going to find and you're going to see a lot of people creating charities, going to be a lot of people that giving funds and things like that to get money, and it probably won't get to the people who really need it.
Yeah, that's upsetting.
Yeah, I'm going to look online and get some charity names and stuff, and I'll give it out later on.
Yeah, I will do. Did I show the Barbados one? Yeah, because they were in. It was it went through Barbados as well, as you know.
It damaged Barbados bad.
Yeah.
It hit all our port, all the port. We lost over at least 100 fishing boats. I mean, them guys are really all the especially Oistins. Where Oistins is the place where everybody goes on a Friday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fish fry. The whole of the whole entire Oistin is flooded out. All the fishery, everything, mash up.
Absolutely sad.
Mash up. I'd still go, even with all like Leisha said, going to the countries is really good, but you know what, it's really sad because like we just see how it goes because I remember when Hurricane Gilbert hit in Jamaica. I mean, the Caribbean, Barbados, we organized one of the best, let me tell you, we, Barbados, we organised one of the best defence force, and we sent big shipment down to Jamaica, let me tell you. Everybody on the island, everybody put in, even the little children, them was telling you how they put in their little $5 money. So, you know, we're very resilient. We are resilient people. So within the Caribbean, we are resilient, you know, because I'm saying to myself, like, you know, the tape where you just showed with Andrew,
Yeah.
and what they're saying, you know, because it's true, because you see the wider countries like the UK, you know, they keep talking about climate change and everything else, but that climate change is never going straight to help with the Caribbean. Even when COVID and they were doing all their nonsense and whatever,
Yeah.
you know, we still had to survive it by ourselves. Do you understand? Without no help from those bigger countries like where we are now. You understand? Because the first thing, you know, like Leisha's saying, people always say they're doing collection and they do whatever and they make money out of it. And like, does it get there? Do you understand what I'm saying? Where the government can just step in straight away and do a big relief. You understand? But we're going to see how helpful that they are in times of need for the Caribbean right about now. Because like even St. Vincent, that's where my people are from as well. Not only just Barbados. St. Vincent's really, as you can see, they got it really bad. It teared loose St. Vincent.
Thank you.
You know, as well as Grenada as well, you know. So we'll see who's gonna be stretching out their hands.
And yeah.
The bigger countries to stretch out their hands in times of need.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is right about now.
Thanks for that.
For the Caribbean.
Spice, what do you say on that, Spice? And then we'll go Leisha. Go on, Spice.
Well, the funny thing is, I'm supposed to be going on a Caribbean cruise on the 16th of November, and it's going to a lot of the islands that have been devastated: Carriacou, Grenada, St. Lucia. And the thing about it is, the cruise ports in Barbados was hit very badly, and that's where they make a lot of income, because they have a lot of stores selling all the local stuff. And that's where all the, you know, people coming on the cruise liners disembark.
Yes.
Well, sorry. A lot of the cruises leave from Barbados. So obviously all that footfall from the ship, they shop in that area before they get on the ship to go around the islands. Yeah. And if they don't fix that port there, that's a lot of income that those owners of those little businesses there are going to lose, because it's absolutely been like, yeah, it looks like a ghost town, really bad. So I don't know what's going to happen. But
Caribbean, and also the Caribbean relies on the fishery.
Yeah,
you know, right away, not just Barbados. You know, right away through Jamaica, Barbados, Grenada, St. Lucia. We really rely on a real lot of, you know, our boats and that lot are really important to the livelihood. So that's when you lose a boat. When you lose a boat, gee whiz, that's really something.
It is. Miss Leisha, go ahead. And I've got to do some readouts. So go ahead, Miss Leisha.
Sorry, you can pass me. Okay.
You're flexing. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to do a readout because there's quite a few that's come in here. G, on one of our member panelists on welcome to the show, G. So I'm just going to read it out. Once we're talking about the hurricane, and I'll come back to you, Dion. Once they move over cold water or over land and lose touch with the hot water that powers them, these storms weaken and break apart. Recent studies have shown a link between ocean surface temperatures and tropical storm intensity. Warmer waters fuel more energetic storms. And then it goes in, Shugs, man needs to stop mess with God's world. He has his plan for mankind. And then that's with the boats. Hold on. And then, and then Miss G comes in again. Oyston's fishing fleet, 25 boats. 20 of them are beyond repair, and the knock-on effect are even more devastating. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. And these are the fishermen boats, as Spice was saying and Pinky was saying. Gee, the boatyard's almost washed away. Brown Beach devastated. We'll give out. Yeah, I'll give the names. I'll try and find. Oh, we have researchers on our Shams and Giggles.
Boatyard washed away.
1 minute, Pinky. We've got researchers on Shams and Giggles here today, and what we will do is when we come back after the commercial break, we will come back, or I'll come back with some names for charities or places that you can go and give. And listen, we all need to give because our families and our families are out there. And even if it's not us and our families, it's always good to give, because the Caribbean, they never get what they deserve. So if we can help in anything, one item, if you can afford it, please do. So Dion, go ahead, Dion.
Hi, just a quickie update, because my family and friends are in Jamaica. Can you hear me properly?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so St. Catherine's, the south part of Jamaica, so where St. Catherine is, and Paradise Beach, Pleasure Beach, that's the one that got hit the most. That's where the eye was close, but the eye didn't land, thankfully. Otherwise, there would have been worse damage. So the eye was near the south, but it didn't land. But there's still a lot of devastation that happened in the south area, which is St. Elizabeth. So, and St. Elizabeth is where a lot of people grow food, because there's a lot of farmers there, and a lot of farmers have lost, like there's one man saying that he lost 15 acres of all his crops, and there's other farms that's lost loads of crops. So there's definitely going to be a lot of food shortage in Jamaica, because that's where a lot of the food is grown in St. Elizabeth. Like houses have been blowing off, trees have been coming down. There's like people, my friends said, there's mangoes everywhere, there's food everywhere, people's goats all over the place, some of them are dead. There's a lot of devastation right now, and roads are blocked as well. So the community are getting together, trying to move the roads until the government comes there with the heavy machinery to help. So they're trying to clear the roads as much as possible. So they are working together to do as much as they can. But obviously they need the big machinery to move the big things, because a lot of things have come down.
Oh, do you know what? That's excellent news. And what we're going to do is, before we continue with this discussion, Pinky, I see your hand up. There's items that I need to read out as well. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. And then on the flip side, on the second half, we'll discuss it even more, and we'll have more information to give out. So Pinky, you'll come in on the next side. All right. So we'll see you when we come back. Hold tight, everybody.